Hey everyone, I am Anthony Scott of ToyHypeUSA.com. Today we are reviewing the Defenders of the Earth 7-inch scale figures from NECA Toys. This wave includes the Phantom, Flash Gordon, and Ming the Merciless. I would like to thank NECA Toys for sending these along for review, greatly appreciated. These figures are based on the 1986 animated series where you saw these heroes face off against Ming the Merciless, who's an alien. He's trying to conquer Earth, and it's up to Earth's heroes to defend it and stop him. The series had one season, and it's very memorable. It's a good show. If you need a refresher, it's on Amazon Prime, so I highly recommend watching it. So the figures are packaged in a window box. You see beautifully done artwork here, especially on the bottom left of each figure. The Phantom, Flash Gordon, and Ming the Merciless. I also want to point out that the figures are a bit modernized compared to what they look like on the animated series, and I think NECA has done a phenomenal job, and we're going to take a look at that in a moment. So you also get a look to see what's in the box. You see that orange star thing. The Flash comes with Zuffy, who's an extra character that's included. He also includes a laser blaster and blast effects, which you see right there in the packaging. Flash Gordon includes a laser blaster, blast effects, and a sword. And Ming the Merciless includes the serpent staff, laser blasters, and blast effects, and the sword. And again, we're going to take a closer look at that. So let's take a look at the sides. Sides of the box gives you another image of the figures on the bottom, as well as the logo for Defenders of the Earth, which the logo also shown up on top here too. The other side, you see a bit of the window there. You also see that each figure is numbered. So the Phantom is number 1, Flash Gordon is number 2, and Ming the Merciless is number 3. You also have the Defenders of the Earth logo right on top there. The back of the packaging gives you a description of each character. And let's take a closer look at that. So there's the Phantom. And you also see all the figures that were shown at New York ToyFair 2020, which includes Lothar and Mandrake the Magician, that were also shown just before the world ended, and along with the figures that we're checking out now. And you have the Defenders of the Earth logo right there, and a quote, and images of the characters. Flash Gordon. Here's a closer look at his description and bio and everything. And there's a look there. Oops. Ming the Merciless. And there's a look there. So the packaging is very nicely done. I really love how they did this. Here we have an image of the trays, so you'll see the figures along with all of their accessories carefully positioned in there for safekeeping, storage, as well as to protect them. Ming the Merciless comes with a soft good cape, so that's very cool. I hadn't realized that. And there's also a bit of a wire for posability, so I definitely look forward to checking that out. So what I'm going to do now is take these out of the plastic trays, and let's take a closer look. Here is a closer look at the Phantom along with all of his accessories. He includes Zuffy, that little creature in front of him, which is also articulated. So that's definitely a nice bonus. I wasn't expecting him to be articulated, so I'm very happy to see they did that. He also includes 4 interchangeable hands, one of which is a ring hand, and you can insert one of the blast effects in there. And you see that hand right there. It's a hole right where the ring should be, and you would plug the blast effect right in there. We're going to take a closer look at that. He also includes a laser blaster, which is the same as Flash Gordon's, and 3 blast effects. So you see the little one right there. Zuffy just fell. So the Phantom, very nicely done. I think they did a very stellar job on it. He is in a light and dark purple suit. There's a bit of a wash on here. And as I'm turning it, you should be able to see those light and dark colors on there. You're also going to see the belt and the boots, which are painted in a metallic black finish. So these will definitely stand out. His belt buckle here has the Phantom logo, which you see there. His head sculpt is hooded and masked, so most of his head is covered in purple hood, and he also has a black mask there. Here's a closer look at that, so we're all on the same page. And again, you can see the washes between the dark and the light purple. That's beautifully done. I'm very happy to see they did that. So let's turn them to the back, giving you guys a closer look. Doesn't want to stand there. All right. So he also includes shared parts with Flash Gordon and Ming, and we're going to take a closer look at that. All 3 of these figures use shared and new parts for their likenesses, and it's a really good mix of what they did here. Let's take a closer look at his head sculpt. So there's your look there. Beautifully done head sculpt. Great paint applications. I think they really did a stellar job on here. Let's take a look at the back, giving you guys a look. Now let's take a look at Duffy. As I said, he's articulated, and he's a tiny little guy, tiny little creature as seen in the cartoon. And they did a very nice job on him. As you can see, the paint apps look great, facial details and everything. He's holding this little crystal, which is sculpted to his hand, so that's not removable. And as far as articulation goes, he has ball-jointed hips, ball-hinged shoulders, which you see me moving here, and a ball-jointed head. So it's very nice that they articulated him on these little... Oh, he also has a swivel tail. My apologies. As I was saying, or I should say ball-jointed tail. So as I was saying, it's nice that they articulated him. Sometimes on these little figures, little creatures, whatever, they don't always have articulation depending on the company. So this was definitely a nice surprise for me. And I think they did a really stellar job on him. So as you can see, he's much smaller than the Phantom and other characters. He's the smallest character in the line so far. And I hope we see more little characters like this. Also included with the Phantom are 2 interchangeable right hands. This one here is the hand that can hold the pistol. And as I showed you earlier, the other hand has the hole in it where the ring would be. So he can shoot out the laser from the ring. This hand here can hold the pistol very well, and also as I specified, it comes with this blast effect here, so this would just plug in as shown, and you can fire the laser, which is pretty cool. I think they did a very nice job on this. So let's take a closer look. You see the blaster. It's painted in a dark metallic purple. Very nice. And there it is there. So you can point it up, you can point it down, you can point it straight ahead. Also included is this short blast effect piece, which plugs in the same way. So let's take a closer look at this. As you can see, it's a whole lot shorter, and they also did a very nice job on it. These same pieces, as well as the blaster, also come with Flash Gordon, as well as Ming, so they all work and compatible to each other. And here's a look at the hand with the hole in the finger where the ring would be. So you see that hole right there. And again, that's where this ring would be, which you see there. And this effect piece has a peg in there. So what you're going to want to do is just very carefully put that in the hand, and it gives the effect that the ring is firing a laser, which is pretty cool. So let's move them back, giving you guys a look. So that's a really cool effect, and again, very nice job. Really happy with how he came out. Next up is Flash Gordon, and he shares a lot of the same parts with the Phantom and some of the same parts as Ming. The new parts on him include the shoulders, the upper part of his shoulders here, where you see the gold, the collar around his neck, and also the head sculpt as well as the belt. The rest of it, the arms, the legs, the torso, including the rest of the belt, is shared with the Phantom. So there's a lot of really good reuse on parts and everything. As far as accessories, he comes with the long and short blast effects, the pistol, a total of 5 interchangeable hands, as well as a sword that we're going to check out. And here's a closer look at Flash Gordon. You see the paint wash between the dark and the light red, which came out phenomenal. Just as you saw the paint wash between the light and dark red with the Phantom, the Flash is painted in a red, and they did a very nice job on here. The belt buckle has the Flash logo there, which is sculpted, and they did a very nice job on that. Let's turn them around, giving you guys a look. See the great tones and everything. There's also a both light and dark metallic gold finish on the shoulders as well as up here, which came out phenomenally well. There's also gold around the collar here, which also came out extremely well. And the rest of the belt, besides the buckle, is painted in the metallic black, as are the boots. So just like the Phantom. Let's take a closer look at his head sculpt. Head sculpt came out phenomenally well. And I believe I mentioned this earlier, that these figures aren't a direct representation of the cartoon. They've been modernized to a little bit of today's action figure style. So these will fit in with other of NECA's lines, television, movie, stuff like that. See the paint wash on the blonde hair, light and dark. That's done phenomenally well. And of course the facial details, those also came out great. The Flash also includes a pistol, and the trigger hand this time goes on his left hand rather than his right, so it's going to be opposite than the Phantom. And he also includes both a long and short blast effect, which are the same as the Phantom's. So that's going to plug in just as it did with the Phantom, since it's all the same. And it's a nice effect, works very well. And there's your look there. Doesn't want to stay balanced. And also, the short effect works the same as the Phantom. So you have the option, depending on how you want to display it. both effects work very well for the pistol. And there's your look there. Flash Gordon also includes a sword, which actually looks like a laser sword. And that's also a new hand that I just put in. That's not the trigger finger hand. That's a different one to hold the sword. And I went ahead and put the blaster in his other hand there. So let's move this closer, giving you guys a good look at the sword. The handle of the sword, very nicely done. It's cast in black. And this part is a bit of a mix between a dark gray and a silver metallic deco, with red pieces right there on the tip, and also you see the dark silver and dark metallic gray right there, along with the red little bit of paint right there. And it's identical to the other side of the sword. The blade of the sword, very nicely done. They did a phenomenal job sculpting it, and there's the look there. So you can display them in many different ways. Let's just quickly demonstrate some of those ways with all of his points of articulation and everything. I'm going to go ahead and stick on this blast effect piece just to give you guys an idea. As long as you balance out the ankles, he can hold multiple accessories as shown. Here's another pose of Flash Gordon, giving you guys a look at his articulation and everything. And I went ahead and put the smaller blast effect piece in the blaster there, and as you can see, he's holding up his sword. Here's a look at Ming the Merciless. He includes a serpent staff, a laser blaster, blast effects, as well as a sword that we'll be checking out. And you also see a interchangeable hand right there on the floor below him. So the figure is very nicely painted, and he also includes some shared parts with Flash Gordon and the Phantom, including the arms and legs. However, the torso, head, area around the hips and forearms and the hands are brand new. The legs and the upper arm, shoulders would be reused with Flash and the Phantom. Here's a closer look at Ming the Merciless. As I said in the tray shot, he includes a fabric cape, and there's a wire along the bottom, so you can pose it many different ways, which is very cool for some dynamic poses, things like there. The inside of it is red, while the outside of it is purple. And you can see those hand stitches along the sides and everything. The figure also features some very nice sculpting, and especially the paint apps are just superior. They did a really fantastic job on him. It looks like there's a lot of jewelry on him. There's also a dragon right on this piece that's hanging down. And you see the various jewelry and really solid paint applications all throughout the sculpt there. All this is, this piece is soft plastic, but up here this is all sculpted to the torso. And this one here, this piece here is made of soft plastic. The rest of this is loose fitting to the body. And you see all the great sculpting and everything. Very nice sculpted details here. The gauntlets on the forearms, very nicely done. It's black, metallic gold, and you see a little bit of red deco there. You also see the ring on his finger, which is also very nicely done. They did a very nice job on there. The fingernails are also painted in black, which is cool. So let's turn them around, giving you guys a look at the back. Even back here, they even went ahead and painted all this, which is really fantastic. You see multiple shades here, including kind of like a bluish gray and a dark blue. And his skin tone is green, so you see that with the hands and the head sculpt, which you see up there. That's very nicely done. Even the area behind his head has a nice sculpted texture, and it's also painted in a dark red, and that looks like blue to me. The helmet on top of his head is not removable and includes a little insignia right there. His ears are pointy like a Vulcan, or Romulan I should say, so that's very nice sculpting. You see all that great sculpted detail there on the face, the hair, everything. They really went all out and did something special for him. So as I said about the Phantom and Flash Gordon, Ming is a bit modernized as far as the likeness. It's not 100% to the cartoon. NECA went ahead and updated it to today's action figure style, and they did a very nice job on it. I really like how this came out. For accessories, Ming also comes with the same blaster that we've seen with Flash Gordon, as well as the Phantom. And he also comes with the both long and short effects that we've also seen. So here's a look at the long one. Again, that just plugs right into the blaster and it holds up very nicely. So there's your look there. And the short blast effect. And there's your look there. Again, same exact piece, what we've seen. Ming also includes a serpent staff, which you see there. The head of the staff has what looks like to be a dragon head, and they did a really nice job on this. There's really nice sculpting and paint applications applied to it. You see the light gray on the tongue, as well as red on the tongue there, red on the sides, dark purple and black paint applications on the back. This part is the same metallic gold as the jewelry on the torso. And you even see on the bottom here, more metallic gold with a red tip, and the handle of it is black. So the staff looks really good, very nicely detailed, really nicely painted, and with the articulation you can create some cool looking poses with it any way you want. He can hold it in one or two different hands, although this hand doesn't have as good as a grip as the other one, so just be aware of that. So there's your look at it with both hands there. Ming also includes a sword, which features a lot of the same deco as the rest of the sculpt, which includes the metallic blue, the purple, black, and red. The sword, very nicely done. It stays in very well in this particular hand sculpt here. And you can see all that great sculpting and attention to detail applied to it. The blade is in a dark metallic silver, and they did a very nice job on here. Almost to the tip of it, you see that little red, I don't know what you want to call that, gem or something. And that's very nicely done. You see the same thing on the other side. And I just went ahead and put the blaster in just to give you guys a look. And he can hold multiple weapons at once. And if you want to be a little creative, you can stick the blast effect on, really giving him an awesome pose, as shown. This hand here can also at least rest the staff on here. He really doesn't have a good grip on it, but you can at least rest it on there and kind of indicates that he can hold both the sword and the staff. Here's a group shot for you guys, giving you a look at all three figures, the Phantom, Flash Gordon, and Ming the Merciless. Overall, NECA has done a phenomenal job on these figures. I'm loving what I'm seeing. I think these look even better compared to if they did a complete animated inspired line. So I'm very happy with what they did, and I think most fans will be too. Highly recommended. Pick these up now. These are now exclusive everywhere, so you don't have to just look in Walmart for these. That window has now closed, so these are coming everywhere as of April 2021. Thanks again to NECA Toys for providing these for review. Greatly appreciated. Keep up the great work. And also, look soon for pre-orders for Lothar and Mandrake the Magician. Those should be, I believe, launching soon. NECA hasn't confirmed that, but my guess is that those pre-orders will be launching soon. I am Anthony Scott of ToyHypeUSA.com. Thank you so much for watching, and please like and share this video as it tells YouTube to share it with more people. I would greatly appreciate that. Thanks again, and stay tuned for more coverage.